Morning, crafters. This is the second Friday in September, and we're working with booklets. I'm going to show you a cute little booklet that you can make out of these return envelopes that you get in the mail. You can save these for craft projects. They really make a real cute little booklet. And I'm going to show you a couple different ways to fold them up, and there's infinite ways that you can do this. Just let your imagination run wild. And binding, lots of different ways that you can bind these also. But I'm going to show you how I like to do it, and it goes back to using my 6x4 rule that I like. I like making little booklets in 6x4. These envelopes measure, let's see, these are 9x4, and so I like to fold them up so I have a 6x4, approximately 6x4 little book here. And I just fold them like this. I fold them in half so I can have staggered pages. I fold them even more so I have more of a staggered page. And then usually on the back I make sure I have another 4x6 on the back. So what we have here now is, if we use this as our binding edge, you flip this and you've got a little flappy here that you can put a sentiment on, or you can put small pictures on, or whatever. This, we're going to open up the edge here so we can put a tag that slips in and out with pictures or with a sentiment on it or whatever. And then we have another flappy here, and then our final flap here. And you can make these as thick as you want. You can put as many in as you want. And the simplest way to bind them is just gather up the ends and staple them. But before you do that, we want to decorate these. And what I like to use is I like to use all my scrap paper that I've been working with. If you're not into scrapbooking and you haven't got designer paper, you can always paint these. If you have children, you can always use their art that they always, their cute little drawings, tear them up and put them on here. You can cover with, this is paper towels. These are paper towels that I use when I'm doing my inking or my painting and I soppy it up. Well, these make great ways to cover these items too. And plus they add a lot of texture. So there's tons of different ways that you can do this. With this one that has the window, if you just paint over it, you don't see it. You can put them on a jelly plate and do jelly plate pulls on them. There's lots of different ways that you can decorate them. You can tear magazines up and put magazines on them. You can tear the magazine pages apart and make them a collage and put it on it. There's just infinite ways to decorate these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of my scrap paper and I'm going to show you how I decorate them, and then how I also open up the edges here so I can put tags in and out. Okay, with that I'll be right back. Okay, back, crafters, and I've got all of my pages covered now, and I just have to figure out a way that I'm going to assemble them. I decided to do a cute little back to school book for my daughter because her oldest son is starting first grade this year, and then her middle daughter is going to preschool, and I thought it'd be a cute little booklet for her to put pictures of their first day of school. So this, I've decided, is going to be the front, and then it's got that little flappy. And then we did this one where we folded it in half. But what I'm actually going to end up doing is I'm going to cut this in half because I don't want the two pages side by side. So I'm just going to cut this in half. And then I want to show you how I open this because I'm going to put a little pull out tag in here. And so I just used one of my circle punches. I just stuck it in here and then punched. So I've got this cute little opening here. And this is the actual inside of the envelope itself. Isn't that cute? It's for security purposes. And I thought that looked really cute shining, through there. So then that'll be the second page. And then I've got this page that I put together. Oh, no, that's the back. Excuse me. This page put together. And I thought instead of having it just as a flap, I'm actually going to open up this edge so I can have a tag coming out. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a rounded cut with my scissors just to open up. And it's not going to be perfect, and it doesn't matter to me. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this in. Actually, I think I'll put it on this side. Okay, so we got that cute little security looking. And now I've got a flap that I can put places for her to put pictures on, and then another place where she can pull a tag out of. Now I'll either make my own tag or I will make use one that I've already got made up. And then that's the next page. And then I'm going to use this little page that was the one that I cut off, and that's going to go there. And then this is the back page. Now I've got them all assembled the way I want it, and I just have to figure out how I want to bind it. Now if I stapled it, I would have a book that would not be able to expand very much. And that might be okay if you weren't going to put a lot of embellies on it. But I'm probably going to end up putting some more embellies on it. So I don't want to staple it. And because this is kind of thick, I would have to have thick staples, which I do have, but some people don't. So what I've decided to do is I'm just going to punch 2 holes in it using my crocodile and using the big hole punch, and I'll punch 2 holes, and then I'll let these be my guide for punching the rest of the holes. I'll just line them up. I can look through, see where they are, and just punch. And if it makes a hole bigger, so be it. It doesn't bother me. Okay, got that one done. And then here's my next page. Once again, use it as a guide. Line it up. Love this crocodile. Just makes doing this so easy. And then here's the next page. And then the last page. Okay, so now I've got all these put together, and I'm just going to use some O-rings here. And in the last segment of KISS, I said that you can get these at Staples. They come in all sorts of different colors. You can use thicker ones, thinner ones. Okay, so now I got our cute little booklet. And let me find a tag that I got already made up. Okay, now I can put a tag in here. Obviously this one's kind of big. I could cut it down and just use this one, or out of my scrap paper that I have from the project, I could make a tag. Let me find one that fits better. Okay, I could just make a tag and stick it in there like that. And then on this one it'll be the same thing. Just use the tag there. And now we've got a cute little booklet that my daughter can use to put pictures of her kids. first day of school. And I'll finish that up by putting some layouts in here where she can mount pictures, and all she has to do is just put pictures on it. She doesn't have to do anything more. And now we've made a cute little booklet out of envelopes that you have recycled from when you get them in the mail. Now, if you don't happen to get any mail that contains that, you can always go out and get a box of envelopes from Staples or Office Max or whatever, Walmart. They're actually pretty cheap. You can get quite a few envelopes for less than $10, and you can make a lot of these. Now, we only made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages, but obviously you could make this as thick as you wanted. Okay, crafters, there you have it. A cute and simple little book made out of recycled envelopes. How easy could that be? One of the things I forgot to mention was how I opened this up. Now, if you're going to cut it in half like I did, obviously you're going to have an open end down here. But I didn't realize I was going to be cutting it in half until I actually started putting the book together and realized I didn't want these 2 pages back to back. So what I had done prior to that, and prior to actually covering it, is I actually just cut a real thin strip off of the edge here, because this was the edge that was sealed. Because remember, I'd folded this, and this was sealed. And then I put my little circle punch in here and punch that out. Anytime you want to open up anything like this, that to me is the easiest way to do it, is to just cut it straight. Just a thin little strip off. You could put it in your cutting board and do the same thing, rather than trying to stick a knife down in it, or some kind of blade, and then trying to make it a slit in it. Just easier to cut. And then I covered it in the paper here. Now, like on this one, we actually did the rounded cut as opposed to going straight across. Because if I'd gone straight across, there would be a gap between the top of this and the actual top of this page. But by doing a rounded, it looks like it flows together. Where if I'd done a straight across cut, you'd see this page through it. And that wouldn't be a bad look, but I wanted it to look like it actually flowed together. And so that's why I did this kind of curved cut on the top as opposed to a straight cut. And then you can see I'm starting to decorate it. I'm going to put some tags in it, and these tags I had made, and so what I had done is I just cut them down because they're too long. And just stick them in here. And they're going to be cute. And then I found a little part of the pack that these came from had a whole bunch of things that I can cut out and put on, so I'm just going to embellish the book that way. And when I get it all done, I'll send it to her. She can put my little grandbaby's pictures in it for their first day of school. Isn't that cute? How easy is that? That is so easy to do, and I'm sure everybody has those envelopes. And if not, like I said, you can always go to Walmart or Staples or Costco even, and get lots of them, dirt cheap. Make lots of these cute little books. So there you have it. You can add as many pages as you want, as few as you want. Decorate them any way you want to. You got a simple little book here. Well, crafters, that's it for now. Thank you for joining me on this segment of KISS, Keep It Simple Sylvia, where we made a cute little booklet out of recycling envelopes that we receive in the mail. Gosh, I love doing booklets. I think they're so cute. Anyways, I hope that you will join me back here again next Friday when we do yet another cute little booklet. Bye for now.